Hey everybody, welcome back. So I hope you're all doing well. I hope you had an awesome holiday and long time no see. It's been a minute. I, for one, have been enjoying my time off and kind of working on stuff behind the scenes. I'll do other videos about that shortly. And I'm still kind of recovering today from all the kind of indulgent food I had over the weekend for the holiday. So I'm a little bit on the groggy, fuzzy headed, kind of slow tip. And I thought I would just do a quick video here for you guys and let you know about something, we could call a belated Christmas present or an early New Year's present, if you like. A little gift that I've had kind of hidden on the channel here, kind of tucked away, and a few people know about it, but most of you viewers on the channel have no idea it's here. And it's an awesome tool to help you overcome anxiety, depression, overwhelm, stress, triggers, PTSD flashbacks, or just generally not feeling, very clear or, feeling very good. So what is it I'm talking about? Well, on this channel, you may have noticed, or you may not have noticed already, that I have something that's called binaural beat videos. So one of the things that I've kind of done along the way in my journey here of building my business is create binaural beats for you to use and put up free audios of those here on YouTube. So you will see in the link down below a link to a playlist of all my binaural beats. And in this video, I'm going to explain to you what each of the different frequencies does and how you can use it to get yourself out of anxiety, because these are tools that are absolutely crucial to know about, crucial to use, that are game changer, absolutely turn your life around, make you feel better within 10 minutes type tools. And they're free and they've already been here on the channel and you can use them whenever you need. So let's talk about it a little bit more, unpack what exactly a binaural beat is and how you use it, tell you about the different frequencies. That's the video. All right. So just a real quick kind of primer on binaural beats in case you've never heard of them before. I have no idea what they are, no idea what I'm talking about, no idea how to use them or anything like that. Let me just explain what this is. So binaural beats are a type of technology where we are using brain entrainment. So brain entrainment is the skill of using some other sort of rhythmic device to get the brain and our biology in alignment with a particular frequency or a particular rhythm. So I don't know if you've ever seen like where they will set like a bunch of like metronomes together, in a room. They all end up syncing up and clicking at the same pace together. That's called entrainment. Or if you breathe in a certain rhythm, you will shift your biology, right? This is another thing I teach people all the time. Using breath work, you can shift yourself into different states, into sympathetic or parasympathetic, and do all kinds of things to modulate how you feel, right? So that's another form of biological entrainment, right? So we are aligning ourselves to a rhythm. So with binaural beats, what we're doing basically is we're playing a frequency in one ear and a different frequency in the other ear. And the two frequencies are at different pitches that creates kind of like when our brain hears them at the same time, kind of a pulsing or wobbling, like a wah, 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 wah kind of thing. Now, I know that can sound annoying. So the idea is just to kind of play it really quietly and low. You can kind of think of it like a bell, like you're hearing. And what it does is that particular wobble, again, our brain entrains to, and as it entrains to that, it creates certain effects on our brain, on our mood, on our state, on how our nervous system functions. So that's essentially what binaural beats are. And they are a great way to start to tune our brain back into feeling how we want to feel right away. Cool thing about binaural beats is, again, these are free. These are on the channel, on the playlist below. They're available to you right away. They're very effective. They're very powerful. They will alter your consciousness for sure. And they're there for you whenever you want them. I should probably let you know really quick. It takes about, they say minimum 12 minutes to 15, maybe even up to 20 before you start to feel the effects. So the one downside of entrainment is you've got to kind of get it in your brain for a little while before your brain starts to go, oh, okay, right. I'm going to tune into that feeling, that particular frequency, and just start to operate inside of that. So give yourself, when you pop them on, you need headphones, number one, because you have a frequency in one ear, frequency in the other ear. Can't listen to this on speakers and have it work. Earbuds are fine. Big earphones are fine, whatever works, as long as you have something in one ear, something in the other ear, so you can hear both. You can't just do one earbud either. That won't work either. So you need both sides of headphones or earbuds or something like that, you need some sort of a space where you can set yourself aside and listen to these, because these will alter your consciousness. All three of the ones I'm going to tell you about here in a moment are designed to take you out of anxiety and down into a deeper state of consciousness. And you listen to it for about 10 minutes, 12 minutes, 15 minutes, and you start to get the effect. Let that ride as long as you want. And then, when you're feeling good, just turn it off. Simple as that. In terms of where I recommend starting, I'm about to tell you about this in the next kind of chapter of the video here, but I'd recommend you start with alpha waves. So with that being said, let's go ahead and dive into alpha waves, talk about what they are, and we'll kind of go from there. Okay, so the first that I want to tell you about is what's called alpha waves. Now, alpha waves are the first set of frequencies that we find kind of below our default normal kind of bandwidth of waking consciousness, which is what's known as beta waves. So beta waves are typically when you're in your logical, rational, problem-solving, default, kind of typical mode that you go through most of your day. Beta waves are great. They're very useful, especially when everything's functioning properly. But generally speaking, what we find is when people are having kind of issues, especially anxiety issues, fear issues, stress issues, what you'll find in the brain is too many beta waves. So one of the things that we do in hypnosis is we try to bring people down into what's known as alpha waves. Alpha waves are what most meditators achieve. If you kind of meditate for 20 minutes, half an hour, and you kind of enter into that nice, chill, kind of Zen state. So what alpha waves are basically is relaxed alertness. And so this is a great place to start for you. If you're new to binaural beats, you're new to any sort of brainwave modulation like this, listen to alpha waves and it'll bring you just into this calm, relaxed, even-headed, clear. You're not drowsy, you're not sleepy, but you're also not agitated and stressed out. Just kind of a clear, calm, Zen kind of state. That's alpha waves for you. And then the next we have below alpha waves is theta waves. And theta waves are kind of this spot you get into when you're kind of in that deep hypnagogic pre-sleep kind of trance state where you're kind of very loose and dreamy and flowy, and your mind is starting to kind of spit out pre-dream imagery that's not quite rational, doesn't quite make sense, and is very kind of symbolic and strange. That's theta waves. So theta waves are really where our brain and our mind starts to relax and open up and become more programmable. So it's a great place to give ourselves suggestions or take in, like deep hypnosis takes you down into theta. But they're also a great way to unwind and relax because, like I just said, you're in this kind of pre-dream, kind of floaty, otherworldly, non-linear, non-rational, non-logical state. It's a great way to access the unconscious mind. It's a great way to kind of start to tap into the deeper intelligence, the non-linear intelligence of the nervous system, and just let go of stress. It's a great place to be in to kind of rejuvenate yourself and get some good creative flow going on. So that's theta waves for you. And the third and final waves I want to tell you about today are delta waves. So far we have beta waves, which are kind of your standard default, logical, rational, waking, problem-solving consciousness, right? Then we have alpha waves, which are kind of the first slowing down step into the next kind of frequency band. Alpha waves, again, are kind of that Zen mind, that meditator's mind, that calm, relaxed, but alert kind of mind state. Down from alpha, we get into theta. And again, theta is where we start to get more into a hypnagogic, hypnosis-like, dream-like kind of mind state that's really good for reprogramming the brain or kind of rejuvenating, resting. You will start to feel altered in theta, so please don't use it while you're driving. Don't use it while you're operating heavy machinery or observing children or anything else that requires your present alertness, right? And then lowest, the deepest, slowest brainwaves that we have are delta waves. And delta waves are generally only experienced by most of us in deep, deep sleep. So in your typical night of good, deep, restful sleep, you will go into delta waves for a period of time. And during delta waves, that's when we do all our kind of repair and restore processes in the body. So things like, cell regeneration, brain rewiring, neuroplasticity, organ healing, balancing of the whole, all the hormones and the endocrine system, and all that stuff happens during our delta wave cycles. So delta waves are about healing, repair, regeneration. And so these are very, very, very useful to experience in binaural beat form, because generally you don't access that brainwave state any other time of the day, and they're excellent for removing anxiety. So let me kind of caveat that a little bit. To be clear, everything I'm recommending here, the alpha, the theta, and the delta, are all awesome for relieving anxiety. But the delta really would be the heavy hitter one that, if nothing else you've tried, whether the other frequencies or your medication or anything else that's stressing you out and it's just too much and you have a lot of cortisol in your body and you're overloaded and you feel like you're crawling out of your skin and nothing's working. I found that for myself and for a lot of my clients, Delta Waves are generally the one I'll point them to that really helps them get through. That being said, Delta Waves will also make you feel very altered. They'll make you feel very dreamy and kind of spaced out. So please, use them before bed if you need help falling asleep, or, use them when you can safely be in an altered state for 20 minutes or more. But don't use them again when you're driving, when you're doing anything important that really requires your full alert, sharp reflexes and attention, right? So those are the three so far. And then let's go ahead and just wrap this up and we'll call it a video. So that's it for this video. So yeah, just as a quick summary here, binaural beats are a form of using what is known as brain entrainment, where we put on headphones and we're listening to two different frequencies in each ear, and our brain figures out and hears both at the same time, and hears kind of a pulsing wave that is the sum of the two different frequencies, kind of as a single waving tone. And that single waving tone kind of entrains our brain into operating on that frequency. And that frequency, when used properly, can shift our consciousness into a different state. All of that is a really long-winded way of saying that these are awesome ways, that tools that you can use right away, that will be in the list and the link below, that I've already had on the channel here for months for you that you probably didn't even know about, that can help you to start to let go of anxiety, start to clear the anxiety out of your system, start to rewire your brain, start to release the stress, the cortisol, the fear, the trigger, or just get out of the anxious mode right away. So those are there for you. Please go use them. I hope you use them in good health, and I hope you use them going into 2022 with great success. I've leaned on these heavily over the years. These have been a major way that I've helped kind of rebalance my brain out whenever I find it kind of feeling out of whack and I'm just either too stressed or too groggy or all kinds of other things. Binaural beats are an absolute minor miracle of science, and not that well spoken about, not that well known about outside of kind of small niche kind of new age circles. Whenever I share them with clients, people are amazed at how effective and powerful they are. So I hope you enjoy them. I hope you play around with them. I hope you explore them. And, just to clarify, I made them myself on my computer, on my audio software. There's no weird subliminal embedded commands. There's no other music. Nothing. You don't need to listen to them that loud. You can kind of just turn them down to a really kind of barely there but audible level. Let them do their thing. Let them roll for 20 minutes or so. You'll start to feel really good. So I hope this serves you well. Take care. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys soon.